welcome.
I'm grateful for Donna for reminding me to record.
And I'm grateful for Candace for hosting this morning meeting.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share before we get started?
Share a little. It's not really a big deal, but it kind of is a big deal. I was looking yesterday for a client and I found a property that I thought would work. Unfortunately, it didn't, but I found a property. I'm looking down to see the agent to call, and it was Michael in PC. And I'm like, oh my gosh, our PC group is now, like we can connect. And I'm super hopeful that soon I'll be making a deal with someone in the group.
That is fantastic. I think that's a big deal. That means that, that's just a big deal. That means that when you can work with somebody that you know, like, and trust, you don't have the stress and the kind of dread that goes on when you're working on a contract with someone that you don't know, and you don't know what they're going to potentially do. It's just such a comfort level. Like it's kind of the same comfort level as when somebody calls you and says, can you come list my property? And you don't, and they're like, I don't need a presentation. I don't need any of that. Just come, send me the paperwork. I'm signing. It's that same kind of thing. So I love that. I love that. I wanted to share with you all, I'm, on the way in, I've got a hefty commute of 50 minutes. And so I in the morning, I listen to books on tape on Audible. And right now I'm listening to The 7 Levels of Communication. And I can tell you, this is a game changer book. So, and it occurred to me that not everybody has that luxury of a commute to listen to a book. And I know for some people it's, oh, I mean to get around to reading. I mean to get around to, checking that book out. But I think if you can put like 20 minutes on your calendar every day, even if it's during the day for reading, it's going to push your business forward. And that can be part of your learning. So make sure you're scheduling time for that, whether it's Audible, maybe you're listening to Audible while you're cooking dinner. You can always do those kind of hacks that I love. One action serves multiple purposes. So, but the 7 levels of communication, and there's something in there that I wanted to just share before we get started with Jonavan. And it was a realtor talking about that she wanted to work with first-time home buyers. And so what she did was she found an apartment complex where the rents were going up. I don't know how she found that, but she found an apartment complex where the rents were going up. And then she found an apartment complex near affordable housing. And she sent out 350 handwritten notes to every single one of those renters saying, I'd love for you to, if you're going to be thinking about purchasing, I would love to be the realtor who helps you. And also I'm hosting a homebuyer seminar. And out of the 350, she had 77 respond, and 10 of them wrote to apologize that they couldn't make it, but they wanted more information. So the handwritten notes, the 7 levels of communication is I think it's a fantastic book. This is my second time reading it, but I would recommend it to everybody to get started with after you read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book. All right, anybody else want to share anything? Well, I am really, really excited to introduce you to Jonavan Stevens. He's with Country Financial, and he partners with real estate agents. He's got some amazing programs. So I've worked with him Drew has worked with him. He's a fantastic guy, and I'd love for you all to meet Jonavan Stevens. Jonavan, meet Jenny, Drew, Angela, Deidre, Donna, Greta, iPhone, Lori, Melissa, Michael, Rachel. Oh, you're iPhone. Melissa, Michael, Rachel, and Ryan, and Sunithia, and Travis.
Hey, I'm one of those iPhone people. I still don't know how you guys get your name down at the bottom. I guess I'm just not tech savvy at all. Every time I'm on this call, mine only say iPhones. Like, how do people get their name down there?
I'll show you how to do that.
I'm coming over to your office as soon as we're done with this.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Good to see you.
Very good.
Well, Miss Candace gave me a great introduction, but to tell you the truth, I'm not that great of a program presenting guy. I'm just a regular dude. So what I want to do is get to know everybody on a common level. So since we got a few people on the call and I don't have a whole lot to talk about because I'm just not that guy, I'm the action type of guy. So I want to know who's all on the call, because once I introduce myself and you introduce yourself, I want us immediately to start working together, because Drew will tell you, I have one conversation with you and I don't need a meeting about the meeting. I get started right away. I met Drew one day over the phone, and the next day we was at a open house. Am I correct on that, Drew?
Absolutely. And I just want to also mention he is really easy to talk to, and he keeps it 100% real, and he's just a great guy to work with, to be honest with you.
You the man, brother. I appreciate that. The check is on the way. I definitely got to mail that out this afternoon for those great words. So I'm not looking to be you guys guy that y'all refer business to. A lot of people just want to come on these calls sometime and just say, hey, refer business to us. We're a great company. Of course, I'm gonna get into how great country is, but I don't want to do that. I want a real partnership. Miss Candace, know one thing about me is I want to help you build your business. We're blessed over here at Country to have a great book of business. I have a lot of relationships that I can share with every one of you, even though Drew is the one that I started with first, but I have an extensive book of business that I always networking. Ms. Candace will tell you that. So I have enough business to make sure that I sell at least 1 to 2 houses for every one of you. Every one of my partners knows that I don't want to just be the guy that, hey, I got a great insurance guy that does great quotes and he gives great open house gifts. He gives great gifts for home warming. I don't want to be just that guy, because at the same time, your family got to be important to my family. So I know some of you guys are just starting out in real estate. So I want to make sure that I have you over at my office at some point, over at my networking events, or over at my seminars that I hope, host at my office throughout the year, so I can introduce each and every one of y'all to someone that can increase your book of business. Because again, what's important to me is I have authentic relationships that's not just one-sided. My job is to, if you're not referring business to me, it's because I'm not referring enough business to you. That's how I look at it. I'm a giver more than a taker. Giver's gain is what y'all going to learn from me today. That's the program I'm going to talk about. But right now, I just want us to take a few minutes and each person just tell me what's your name and how long you've been in real estate. And then so I can get that photographic memory that I do not have, that I'm gonna practice on names this morning. And then I want to schedule a time to meet with take each and every one of y'all to lunch at some point to talk about how can I help you grow your business. So Miss Candace, I'm gonna let you kind of organize it, because you know everybody. Just call them out by first name, so we won't have so many trying to chime in at one time. And then that person just say their first and last name again, and then tell me how long they've been in the business.
Okay, so Drew.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you again.
Great to see you, brother.
My name is Drew. I've been in the business since late April. I had the opportunity to work with Jonavan. We did kind of like a little thing on an open house, and he ended up sponsoring it by having a $50 gift card to a really, really popular steakhouse in the Avalon. And, the turnout was amazing. I actually ended up dropping off that gift card to the family, and they were just like so excited. They're like, we never win anything. This is crazy. And I was like, that's super cool. And that allowed me to get another touch with that family. And they're like, as soon as we go, we're going to call you and let you know how it was. So it kind of like, he gave me the opportunity to build a more genuine relationship with the Martiniches. I even remember their name. Them winning. So.
And it also gave you a reason for people to give you their contact information and give you real contact information.
Absolutely.
So,
exactly.
It was a success. So I really appreciate that, sir.
And Drew, that's you said exactly what this whole call is about. How can I help you build a relationship with more people? That's the only thing I'm about as a person. Country is a great insurance company due to JD Power. I think we're great at insurance, but that's Country. That's not me. What I want you guys to know is me, because my job is to say, how can they fall in love with their agent? And I want to make sure that you're the agent that they think about, because you go above and beyond. And I know when you first get started in real estate, it's expensive. So if I'm in a position to give to help you strengthen your relationship, that's what I want to do. And Miss Candace, I'm thinking also in that same scenario that we took care of the owner as well of the home, we blessed her as well. Then we do the same in that same open house. So it's not just about the people that's purchasing the home, it's the people that's selling it as well. Then we do something like that.
I was able to drop off a gift card to my seller for a restaurant as well. And that was, she was so surprised. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, this came from, we've got a vendor partner who's Jonavan Stevens with Country Financial. And he is actually helping us to increase traffic to your open house. And he also wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to participate and help. So she was very excited. Thank
you for that, Miss Candace. Okay, who's next?
Can I just mention one thing? For my first deal that I have closing on the 30th, she actually asked me about homeowners insurance. And the first, I didn't feel like I was obligated to be like, oh, Jonavan Stevens, but I was like, hey, Jonavan Stevens would probably, he said they have good rates and stuff like that. So I sent him over to there. They got a quote. I don't know if she ended up going with y'all, but that's just how the relationship works. It's kind of like more natural, especially when you're working with Jonavan, because he's such a, natural and actually genuine person. It was easy for me to just snap and be like, hey, yeah, let's see what he can do for you. If it's a good deal, it's a good deal. If it's not, it's not. But, right. I appreciate it.
As you are, as we all, or you all are assembling your team, one of your team members or some of your team members needs to be insurance, because you're going to get asked about that. So having somebody that you trust and know and like and know who's honest is really important. So Angela,
all right.
You want to say something, Jonavan?
No, I was just going to say, Drew, I'm going to come back to if she used me or not when we get into the Givers Gain program, and you guys are probably going to like that. So I'm ready for the next person.
Angela.
Thanks so much, Candace and Jonathan. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. I'm a new agent as of, was it April, May? So very much fresh into the business, and so excited to meet you and everybody this morning.
Thank you. And Deidre?
One second. Deidre Hale, and I am a new agent with Keller Williams. I was previously licensed in Ohio in 2008, but it's quite like starting over.
All right, well, Deidre, I'm looking forward to starting over with you. So I want to see you soon.
Donna? Come
Hello,
off mute.
Donna.
Come off mute,
Nobody
Donna.
can hear you.
Sorry about that. And of course, my son would call me out. I'm Drew's mom, Jonavan.
Really?
Pleasure to meet you.
That's awesome, man. I was wondering how that young man just got so incredible. Now I know the source.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna delete Drew number out my phone, and I'm gonna just deal with the source.
Thank you. Thank you. So I've been with Keller Williams for just 2 years. I'm coming up on my anniversary the end of this month. And, I've got a few deals under my belt, and, it's just a pleasure to work with this group, with Candace and Bill and all the agents in productivity coaching. It's a great group of people. And I'm really proud to bring my son into the group. So it's a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to working with you.
The same. And you did a fantastic job raising that young man.
Thank you, sir.
I agree. Jenny?
I'm Jenny Parsley. I just started with Keller Williams. I've been in real estate since January. So,
all right,
new agent.
Miss Jenny, you the early bird get the worm. I see you already in the car. You on the move. You finna go close the deal today.
Yeah, I just pulled up to the office here. So
well, if you're out and about, I would love for you to stop by to see me today. If you're out and about, I'm right here off Windward on exit 11, probably right down if you came out of you guys' office, like if you was headed to the Super Target off Wentworth, right on the corner of Milton and Alpharetta.
Okay,
I love to see you.
great, thank you.
Lori.
Okay, off mute. Okay, hi, I'm Lori Keegan Nestor, and I actually received my license the end of May. So I too am a new agent and was previously in hospitality hotel sales for the past 25 years. So trying the real estate side.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be great at it. If you did something before for 25 years, that let me know that you are a consistent person that likes to conquer things at a high level. And definitely, I want to be a part of your journey.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, we're at Melissa.
Hey, Jonavan, Melissa Guy. I am a new agent as well as of July 1st. So only about 2.5 months.
All right, well, let's get rocking and rolling. Let's, I got a project that I think that me and you can work on. I just partnered with an apartment complex out there on exit 12. And there are going to be a lot of people that I'm going to create their portfolio with only a rental property in it or rentals agreement, and they're gonna be first-time home buyers or second home buyers. That'll be a great pool of business for us to work on getting you kind of cranked up.
Yeah, and I just want to say that's a great point, that not everybody who's a renter is a first-time home buyer. There are a lot of people who are homeless right now because they sold their home and don't have a place to go. So they're just be aware of that as you're writing the letters, or if you do write the letters. Michael Gold.
Hey, good morning, Jonavan. Michael Gould. I've been with Keller Williams just over 1 year now. Actually, I was looking it up while I was waiting my turn. This was the very beginning of September last year that I joined Keller Williams, and I got my license probably 6 to 8 months before that, sort of during the pandemic. And I've had 1 or 2 deals so far, and looking forward to a lot more.
Hey, congratulations on those 1 or 2 deals. I mean, to me, in this market right now, got your foot wet at 1 or 2 deals, and now you know what you're doing, and the market is a beautiful thing for the seller right now. So get you in front of as many of those as you can. Right. So I got one question. What did you do before you came here?
Gosh, a lot of imaging work, 3D modeling, engineering kind of stuff, industrial kind of stuff.
Now let me know you're a smart guy. Looking forward to meeting you.
And Rachel, I think you're next.
I'm Rachel Baxter. I got my license like a week and a half ago, so I'm about as new as you can get.
Yeah, Rachel, brand new. All right, so Rachel, where are you from?
I'm originally from Warner Robins, but I went to grad school in Atlanta, so that's what brought me up here.
That's awesome. So you learning from the best. Miss Candace is the best in the business. She has a will to teach. She has a teacher's heart, and you on the right team. So I want to get on your calendar since you're a week in. Let's get rocking and rolling. I think I have a fantastic person in mind that I want to introduce you to, and I can do that in the next 48 hours if you got the time.
I have the time and you have the time.
All right.
And Rachel knows what I say. Go out, create a big mess, and we'll figure it out. We're not going to let you fail. So if you get a client 48 hours into your journey, we'll help you.
Hey.
Ryan.
Can I say one thing before we move to the next person?
Yep.
Michael, you have to send Jonavan some of those eggs, man. Those eggs are delicious.
I almost brought that up.
You gotta get him some eggs, man.
Oh, we're gonna talk about. I will not end this call until we get into those eggs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shorten my program to get into these eggs. I need that ASAP in my life.
Ryan.
Okay, you got it.
Ryan.
Oh, good morning. I'm Ryan Kennedy. I have been in real estate just a few months as well, like a late April, I guess it was. So, but always looking for some ways to have a leg up or have other opportunities for customers and clients. So, I look forward to working with you.
Hey, Ryan, when you're done selling real estate, you need to run for president of the United States. You got that name, Ryan Kennedy, that definitely, I did not expect that lovely face with that name. I kind of like that. So I can't wait to see your name all over those signs of selling houses all over the place. So I'm looking forward to partnering up with that powerful name, Ryan Kennedy, because exactly, having that name on there, when you step on the property, people are like, oh, I didn't expect that. So definitely looking forward to building with you.
Well, it's funny you say that because my son, his name is Sean McAllister Kennedy, and someone said that when he was born, like, oh, look, he's going to be president. And I said, yeah.
Hey, I was almost there, so I was a generation ahead. So I'm looking forward to meeting him soon. I'm gonna be his campaign manager.
Well, he's just 12, so you got a ways.
I'll learn how to run a campaign by then.
And Travis, you're the last but not least.
That's right. Last but not least, I am Travis Mack. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Stevens. I've been in real estate a little over a year, closer to 2 years. And I joined Keller Williams several months ago. So looking to actually get going and just make a wonderful business for myself, and most importantly, help others at the same time.
Yeah, that's the key, to help people. Once you decide to help people, that's exactly what's going to build your business, because they're going to refer other people to you. A lot of people do networking. A lot of people run ads. I don't do any of that. What I do is I just take care of people, and then hopefully somebody tells somebody about me. And I believe in, if you give someone an amazing experience, they have a friend, coworker, cousin, brother, or sister, and it can save you money on marketing. So I like what you're saying, and definitely looking forward to meeting you, my brother. And let's start building.
Same here.
And Jonavan, I do know my alphabet, but I skipped over the G's, and so Greta. Thank you, Michael.
So I'm Greta Massey. I'm in the middle of my new system of working out during the meeting so that I can get it all in. I've been with Keller Williams coming up on my year anniversary. So I'm just behind. I sat behind, I've got some things to say real quick. I'll stop. I sat behind, I think it was Drew. So Drew and Donna, I just want to tell you, he is the shit. I really like him, the way that he speaks and comes across as really great. I don't know who said they were working with investments, but I think it was Melissa. Please reach out to me. My niche is divorce. People that are getting divorced is one of my niches. And so if you know anyone that just needs some help. And I also want to say about first-time buyers, if you don't have to be technically a first-time buyer, you just have to not be on the deed for 3 years to be considered a new first-time buyer, even though it might be your second or your third or your fifth home. But you have to have 3 years of not being on the deed to be considered a first-time buyer, and that lowers your down payment. So all that to say, hey, nice to meet y'all.
So, Ms. G, I definitely, I'm in the market for a new mentor. I need you to mentor me in so many ways. Make sure I get my fat butt up every morning and walk the neighborhood. I need you to help me with that. And then I also want you to give me a tutorial about some knowledge of what you just said. I'm on the building portfolio side of things, but then at the same time, I want to have a different perspective from a divorce side, the new list of how you become a new home buyer again, all those things. I need that education from you. So even if we don't partner on the insurance side, I would love for you to take you for I guess a bottled water walk. I don't know if I don't know, taking you to lunch may not be up your alley. Because I go to lunch too much. Maybe I need to.
I eat. That's why I'm walking. It sounds like we should meet. So definitely we'll connect.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Is that everybody, Miss Candace?
That's everybody, Jonavan. I know everybody's anxious to hear.
Okay, guys, the program that I want to talk about today is Giver's Gain. Please write that down, put that in your phone, Giver's Gain. What the Giver's Gain program is, going back to what Drew said, Drew has a closing on Thursday. I sent a quote. I'm not sure if I won that quote or not. I never heard back from them. But even if I don't hear back from them, I'm going to stay in contact with Drew. Once they close on the 30th, Drew's going to tell me the time, the location, and everything. And I'm going to do a $75 gift basket with all some of the great things that Drew told me about that client. If it's a couple that went to a different college, one with the Georgia Tech, one with the Georgia, I'm going to buy T-shirts with the woman size with Georgia Tech on it. With the guy have Georgia. I'm going to get a gift card for them to go like a decor place to buy their first decor for the home, and anything else I can put in that basket for a home warming gift. But it doesn't come from me. It doesn't say, the basket doesn't say Jonavan Stevens of Country. It has Drew name on it and his company that he represents. They know nothing about that I purchased that home warming gift, because it is for me to thank you for giving me the opportunity to quote it. So I don't have to get the business to bless with the gift. I just need the opportunity. The company provide me a budget that I can bless each and every one of y'all at every one of your closing, as long as I get the opportunity to send the quote. The quote could be just blind. I don't have to know the people. I can send it to you. Once you send it to me, and then see what they say. If I get it, I get it. That would be a blessing if I do. But if not, I want to be a blessing to them. And that is the Giver's Gain program. So before I go to the next thing, I'm going to pause. But anybody got any questions about Giver's Gain?
She's definitely going to know it came from you.
No, you don't have to do that, brother. It got to be a blessing from you, because I want them to know that you are the super agent, and that they go, wow, you know what? I'm going to refer you to a friend of mine. And I know for a fact, if I do the right thing about you, Drew, that you're going to give me another opportunity to do it again. So it's about being a great partner with you guys. So anybody else? Questions?
I just think that that's amazing that you can do that, because we're also kind of encouraged to do surprise and delight with our clients. And to be honest, it can be expensive at times. And I'm just so amazed that you can be so giving, because it sounds like that could be really expensive for you.
It definitely can be, but at the same time, it's a Jonavan thing that he wants to do. But luckily, I got Country to back me up for it, because if it was just Jonavan's pocket, he wouldn't be able to do all that.
Well, it's very generous, and thank you so much.
Yep.
So, and I just want to say the barbecue, I have a listing right now that's on a busy street, and it needs some love, because the homes in that neighborhood tend to sit on the market for a little while, and there's price drops. It's not our usual multiple offer situation. So I wanted to showcase the lifestyle. So Jonavan is coming to the open house that we're doing this Saturday. I'm partnering with Drew. Drew's going to put out all the signs and everything. Jonavan is sponsoring the barbecue, and I'm going to have a videographer there to video the event, so it showcases how fun this home is. And then they'll take out all the noise and put music in. So I wouldn't be able to do that without the support of Jonavan. And I want to mention one other thing, that in addition to homeowners insurance, he does all kinds of insurance, including the kind of life insurance. So I'll let him explain, because he's the expert. But for each of us, I'm having him quote my husband and I, because we've got insurance right now, but I'm not in love with it. And so I'm having him quote our insurance, but he's got a kind of insurance that can actually take $1 and make it work 3 different ways. And I love those hacks. So
exactly. Exactly. And guys, I want y'all to understand that the reason why I'm excited about partnering you guys, because we are a financial firm. We don't just do insurance. We create strategies, legacy plans, and investment in portfolios. So insurance is just probably a third of our business. It's just that right now, JD Powell has us as #1 insurance. Please look that up. Don't take my word for it. And the reason why we're #1 in insurance, guys, now I'm going into the insurance piece. We don't have all those extra fees a la carte. When you become a country client, everything is included. So all these different perils that you gotta click or say you gotta have in different regions does different things, and they don't cover, if you live certain places, they don't cover that. Well, we cover it all. And then one thing I want y'all to learn about is if you speak to any roofer in the country, they will say the easiest company to work for, get out, to work for and get our money for repair and replacement is Country Financial, because it's your home. We don't tell you to go get 3 different quotes. What we do is trust you that you want to take care of your home and get the best person in the business to do it despite the cost. We pay that claim without proof. And what I mean by that is, of course, we'll send our adjusters to make sure that it's a little bit of a hole in it or whatever. But the proof of this person is better than that person at this price point, that's a waste of your time. This is your family place to live. We need to get this home back to livable status immediately. So when we get that quote from you, we're going to pay it within 24 hours and get that mailed out, because at the same time, we want our customers to understand you're paying for this insurance, so you need to get the best service. And guys, what we make sure is you understand that you come first and you're our client, and we take care of it right off the bat without giving you, well, tell them to do this, send me pictures of this. We send our guy out, you won't even know it's out there. We'll send a drone out, take a look at it, and you won't even know we came by. And before we even send a drone, whoever you're using as your vendor, we've already paid them. And we don't threaten you to drop you. If you know anything about the 2 leaders in the marketing place, the 2, I won't say their names, the ones that's always marketing and that you see more than anybody, you have 2 claims on your home. And I know if y'all homeowners, a lot of times they're going to send you, especially if it's in the same year, they're going to send you a letter threatening you that, hey, you better chill out on some of these claims, or else we're going to drop you. Country doesn't do that. Country, you can have as many claims as you want, legitimate claims, and we're going to still be a blessing to you when a peril happens. So that's what I wanted you guys to know about Country. We make sure that we pay our claims immediately, so your clients and you will be taken care of. And then we go into if they need any other services, we sit down with our clients and say, hey, how can we protect this home? If something happens to you, the next day your mortgage is paid off, and that's built inside the same escrow account that we build the home insurance on there, if that's an option. And if you won't even see you having to pay a separate policy, because we build it in the home insurance. So if mom and dad is taking care of family and something happens to dad and he don't make it home one day, then that house is paid for immediately, because we built the life insurance in it. And then we sit down and show them how to create college 529 plans and things like that we do that is above insurance, to make sure the family have a legacy and a bright future. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. I don't want to just throw a bunch of information about Country. The goal today is for you guys to know me, and I want to give everyone my cell phone number. So if everybody's ready, I'm going to give my cell phone number. Put it in your phone now and send me a text if you want to get to know me. I would love to take you to lunch or stop by your office and drop coffee by, whatever's best for you. And then we could talk about those open houses that I can be a part of. You don't have to do giveaways. If you just need me to buy the balloons and muffins, I'll do that, as long as you tell me at least 72 hours in advance, especially if it's on the weekends, because I do travel to Augusta to visit my family and much because I'm new to the Atlanta area. So that number is 770-820-1428. That's 770-820-1428. And my name is Jonavan, just like Donovan, Jonavon, Stevens with the PH. And I'm at Country Financial. I have an office in Alpharetta, in the Target Plaza off Highway 9. And then I also, for your clients that's probably closer to Atlanta, I have an office in Midtown off Peachtree as well. And you guys are welcome to stop by anytime just to strategize. When business is low and you need to contact more people, give me a call. Stop by my office. I will go into my book of business and let you know who's going to be looking for a home very soon. And I will pick up the phone and call that person and say, hey, I don't know if you have a real estate agent, but I want to introduce you to my friend over at Keller Williams. And he or she is sitting right here. I wanted to say hello to him. And then hopefully that can help you get in front of more people and take it from there. And that's all I have this morning, but I'm open for any other questions.
Jonavan, I just want to say, wow. Wow. And I want to go back to something you said. So for the newer agents, when you take a listing and sometimes the roof is old, maybe it's at the end of its life, that's a huge expense for a buyer. And it's not covered under any warranty that I know of, whereas like the HVAC can be covered under a warranty. So if you have a roofer come out and they see damage, if you've gone through any of our storms that we've had, typically there's damage on the roof. And if the roofer feels like there's enough damage, your homeowner can typically get their roof repaired with certain insurance companies, not the big two, but with certain insurance companies, they can get their roof repaired for their deductible.
Yep. And also let me add to that, Ms. Candace, Country gives a new roof discount. If we go into that and we replace that roof, just like Ms. Story is saying, we're going to discount instead of adding to it. We're going to discount it because we know we went into it with a new roof and we help make that happen.
You're talking about discounting the insurance policy.
Yep, we're gonna discount the insurance. Yes, ma'am. So instead of that'd be one of those things that we click saying, hey, new roof on this property. So now you have a 15% discount.
So instead of $10,000 to $30,000, the homeowner would pay maybe whatever their deductible is, $25,000 to $5,000 to get a brand new roof. Exactly. That's a huge selling point. Our market is slightly changing. It's going to take a while to catch up, but those kinds of pulling things out of your hat to help a homeowner sell their home, those are kind of pro tips. So anyway, does anybody have any questions for Jonavan? I posted all his information in the chat, so you can take a picture of it, enter him into your phone. And you all are invited to the barbecue this weekend. I'll post the address in the PC help. You won't be able to park at the house because parking is limited, but there's a Kroger 6 homes away, and you can park at the Kroger and then walk the 6 homes. They're little teeny homes, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So you're all invited, and come meet Jonavan in person and come check out what we can do as a team.
I just want to say one thing. Just from hearing Jonavan talk about, what he does, you can tell that he believes in what he's doing and the company that's backing him. And, I just want to reiterate that just the conversations that I've had with Jonavan, he's just as genuine as he sounds on this call. So like, if he's talking about, coming and sitting down with him and him going through his books, he's going to sit down with you and go through his books and look at his clients and see if there's any opportunities for you out there. So, I might be the first one to pop up in your office.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. Coming right away.
I can tell you a little background where I met Jonavan is Denise Buchanan, who was the team leader at the Roswell office when I was here many years ago, and she's now the team leader of the Midtown office. Made sure that I got to meet Jonavan. He sponsored an event she's become a friend, And so he sponsored an event for 4 of us. And she made sure that she was like, you got to know this guy. You have to know this guy. And so I called him the next day to thank him. And we got together, and that's how I found him. So I think he comes highly recommended. And I just can't say enough about, when you meet somebody who's genuine, I think that's a big plus. So anyway, anybody else have any questions?
I'd just like to get some material from Country Financial that we can put out at our open houses. So
yes, ma'am. Thank you so
get
much.
my hands on that. Thank you.
Yeah, I can bring them to you today. If you send me a text on like where area you are, either work out of, or I can meet you at the Roswell office, or I can just meet you at your corner gas station, whatever's best for you. Send me a text and I'll bring you some stuff to be an open house. But remember, every time you bless me with an open house, my material there and my information there, I want to be a part of that. So a lot of times people just say a thank you for doing that. But at the same time, I know every time you put my material out with my name on it, my company name on it, it's a tremendous blessing to me. So I want to be a part of what you're doing. And I thank you for that. So send me a text of when you got a minute today or tomorrow, and I will meet you somewhere in the Roswell Alpharetta office to bring it to you. Or if you want to stop by, I'll put that material together for you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions or any comments?
I just want to say thank you to you both.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. And guys, again, the only thing I want to say is I don't want to be just a guy you refer. I want to be your partner. I believe in my relationships is what is going to keep food on my family table, not fancy billboards, not fancy advertising. I believe that if I got you guys speaking my name and those people love and trust you, then I'm doing something right. So remember, I don't want, even if the first deal that we do together, I referred someone to you, so you can maybe one day want to think about blessing me, but you're not obligated to. But I do want to be a blessing first.
Jonavan, thank you so much for being on. Thank you, everybody, for being on here. I know this is going to be a great partnership, and I'm really excited that you all got to meet Jonavan this morning. He got to meet you. And if you have any questions, just reach out to Jonavan, or you can I can hook you up, but I don't have all the knowledge he has. So I would just say reach out to Jonavan. And if you have any questions about anything real estate related, please reach out to me. And you know what I always say, go out, make a big mess, and get a whole bunch of clients, and we'll figure it out, and we won't let you fail.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
Everybody. Have a great
Thanks, Jonavan.
Thank you, Jonavan.
Thank you.
You.